All right, good morning. Welcome to the 294th District Court. My name is Chris Martin. I'm going to call this morning's criminal docket. When you hear your name, please say present or here. Kaylin Cheatham. Kaylin David Cheatham. Alicia Joyner. Ryan Klassen. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, correct? Okay. Mark Lemon. Guy McSpadden. Dylan Meza. Dustin Nations. James Godwin. I'll recall it. Do you know if he's here, though? Okay. Robert Bradley. Christian Munoz. Gerald Holmes. Gerald Alexander Holmes. Crystal Pitts. Vantez Cooley. All right, is there anyone who is in the courtroom who's present today that's not been called on the docket? No. All right. Tell you what. I'm going to take up one Zoom issue real quick, and then I'll start calling counsel that's ready.
Okay.
Mr. Bearden, are you there?
Yes, I am, sir.
Can you see and hear me?
I can see and hear you.
Okay, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Are y'all having troubles with your video?
Sorry, Judge. Yeah, this is Officer Wingett over probation. Yeah, for whatever reason, the video on here is not wanting to work with us. It keeps popping up saying it's not working.
Okay, so do you have Mr. Bearden there with you?
I do, yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bearden, sir, if you will, just raise your right hand. I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. You can lower your hand. All right, this is in cause number CR 21278, State of Texas versus Jason Kobe Bearden. Mr. Bearden is before the court today for an extension of community supervision. Mr. Bearden, I see that you're requesting to have your probationary period extended for an additional 1-year period. Looks like you're set to expire in January of next year. If we extend this for an additional year, your new expiration date will be January 20th, 2026. Can you tell me why it is that we're needing to extend your probationary period?
I'm participating in Veterans Court here in McLennan County, and
Okay.
it coincides with the term that would be within the Veterans Courts.
Okay. And Mr. Bearden, if I were to extend your community supervision, do you believe that that would give you a better chance of staying in compliance and successfully completing your case?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bearden, has anybody threatened, forced, or pressured you to request an extension here today?
No, sir.
All right, and you're asking the court to extend your period of community supervision. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
All right, Mr. Bearden, the court's going to grant your request. The court amends your community supervision conditions. Extend your period of probation for an additional 1 year. Your expiration now is January 20th, 2026. Court is also amending your community supervision conditions to include the additional payment of probationary fees and your analysis fees during that period. Well, I'm sorry, excuse me. The court is waiving your probationary fees and your analysis fee during your extension period. All right,
Thank you, sir.
do you have any questions?
No, sir, I do not at this time.
All right, Officer Wingett, thank you for your help today. And Mr. Bearden, you're free to go.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to go now, Mike.
All right, do we have any counsel that's ready? I'm just gonna keep on looking until someone's ready. Mr. Hawkins, are you ready? Do you want to approach? You may, yes. Is this off the record?
Off the record.
All right, we have any other counsel that's ready?
Right. When that was status on the same record, that left the community, see the, look at alcohol misdemeanors are made.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Lemon? All right, this is sanctions court hearing, cause number CR 15463. All right, Mr. Lemon, let's see. We reset you from 5/28. That's when we had bad weather up here, it looks like. And based on the probation records, you met your probation fee, you paid over, you met your collections fee. You did your IOP class with Travis County. Yeah, it looks like the only thing you came up short in was your community service. Is that right?
Correct.
What happened on that?
Well, since I got the IFT, we didn't take credit for that, but the probation officer told me was that they need to be out of work. So I looked into after that, I can get those hours of work through them. That's just
Okay.
but I
All right, Mr. Lemon, I'm gonna bring you back on Thursday, August 1st. And let's pay, if you pay over, great. Minimum, I'm just gonna give you the minimum. If you pay more, that's great. Well, you've paid and complied for this month. I'm just telling you, when you come back, then on August 1st, for July, I want you to have paid $60 for your community supervision fee, 150 for your court collections. I want you to attend your aftercare in Travis County and then do those 10 hours community service. Do you know, are these payments for June? Payments for June, I don't want to see what said. Hey. So, let's see, we paid. Were these for me? See what-
Actually, that's what we. This will be.
this would be- I have
They
trouble.
do the same.
All right, so because you were set on May 28th and we had that bad weather day, that day, what you had complied with was for May. Okay, so I need you to comply with those same things for June for this month. So you said that you could pay some today,
Yeah.
right? And then when you come back in August, you're gonna have those same things for July. Okay, so it means all the amounts I gave you really would be double. Make sure that you have those paid for June and for July. Okay, makes sense. And so that means you'll need 10 hours community service for this month and next month. Okay, good. All right, free to go. All right, Mr. Munoz. This is cause number CR 23224, State of Texas versus Christian Saul Munoz for docket call. And I believe we are also set on status for SANE records. Is that correct?
It is, Your Honor, and I spoke with Ms. Curry just a moment ago. So on the return for the subpoena, the hospital indicated the records that we were requesting do not exist. Ms. Curry is still attempting to obtain whether they ever existed, or whether they was never done. And so both sides request one additional setting if possible. We expect the case to be resolved on prior to that. I am here on August 1st, I believe.
Actually, you know what? We marked that one out yesterday, didn't we? No, we didn't. All right, we'll go ahead and set Mr. Munoz then for status of SANE records and docket call August 1st at 9 a.m. Here. Sir, remove your hat, please. You're excused. Good to see you. Free to go. Patty, were you telling me Is Mr. Bradley here? Mr. Bradley, come on up. This is cause numbers CR 15-176, CR 16-233, State of Texas versus Robert Lynn Bradley. Mr. Bradley, a motion to revoke or adjudicate has been filed in each one of your cases. I understand that you do have an attorney, Mr. James Mills, correct? And Mr. Mills contacted the court yesterday and indicated that he was unavailable today due to him being in a contested hearing in another county. The court requested that he file a motion for continuance. I don't believe that he did that. However, this being your first setting with Mr. Mills on your motion, the court is going to reset you to July 30th. That'll be a contested docket date. That means that if you do not get your case resolved by plea agreement between Mr. Mills, yourself, and the state, then we'll have a hearing on July 30th, okay? We're going to have you sign this notice of appearance, and then you're going to be free to go. Patty, if you'll do me a favor, if you'll make sure that we send an email to Mr. Mills and let him know that the court reset for 7:30, but that will be a contested hearing. So if it's not resolved, then the court expects them to go forward on the motion. Mr. McSpadden? All right, this is sanctions court hearing, cause number CR 22-36, State versus Guy Ezekiel McSpadden. All right, Mr. McSpadden. Let's see, from our last sanctions court, I see that now your substance abuse evaluation is scheduled with Mr. Jakes at the end of this month, correct? That's good. You complied by paying your probation fees. You complied by paying your court collection fees. It says that you did not do your community service.
I've done it, Your Honor. I checked with the lady. She was not in office. I had it with you. I'll show up tomorrow for more community service. If all else goes, I'm going to print it out for you. Because they haven't turned it into the county.
When and where did you do your community service?
Probably Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, about 18, probably 6.
And when did you do it?
Now it's been a couple weeks. That's the only thing.
And you're saying that the place where you did your community service did not turn that into your probation?
Yes, sure. Like I said, if I have to do that,
How many hours did you do?
roughly 12 to 15.
All right, looks like we're still trying to get some records from you, from your a budget form and some medical documents from your 2023 surgery. Do you have those?
All VA, the VA, you know, the actors on that, and the budget forum, the communication, and lack of pay attention to my officer. And she told me exactly what she wanted from me this morning, and I'll guarantee that she requested, I'm missing the verification for my, SNAP benefits from the state of Texas.
All right, I'm gonna bring you back on August 1st. And let's do this. Let's do $60 to probation, $40 to your court collections. You're gonna need 15 hours of community service. We need that budget form. And then continue to just, if you don't have the medical forms from the VA, continue to give your probation officer updates showing proof of when you requested it, how you requested it, any responses that you got. If you're having difficulty with the VA, make sure that your probation officer has proof of that so that they see you're putting forth that effort, okay?
All right, yes, sir.
All right, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm also gonna ask Officer West to do a UA today, okay? And then after that, you're free to go.
Sir.
All right. Go ahead and get your stuff and come over here and see Mr. West and he'll give you more information. And Mr. Cheatham's not here, correct? Kaylin Cheatham? Here, Rachel. Does he not have an attorney, Patty? He on probation or something? Yeah, I don't either. I'm gonna call Mr. Godwin in on the Zoom hearing.
All right, thank you.
And I don't have the TV turned on, so if you want to see him, he'll appear here. And Patty, will you turn that microphone so it faces him and not the, there you go. Maybe text, thanks. Did you send him on his way? Yeah, thanks. Just still says joining. Okay. Okay. Mr. Godwin, we can see you, but we can't hear you because you don't have your audio turned on your phone. So you need to do one of two things. You need to go into your phone settings and allow Zoom to access your phone microphone. And also you need to make sure that you're not connected to your vehicle's Bluetooth system if you have one. We're making progress. It says you're connecting the audio. Just give it just one moment. Let's see if it goes through. All right, now just click that button right there where it says unmute. Okay, now I believe I can see you say something. I believe I can hear you.
Hello? Can you
Yes.
hear me now?
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Can you see and hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. You're probably not able to see your attorney, Mr. Hawkins, are you?
No, sir.
All right. If you swipe left or right, you'll be able to see him as well. He's present in court.
Okay, yeah, I see.
All right. All right, Mr. Godwin, this is cause numbers CR 23-140, CR 23-141, State of Texas versus James Wesley Godwin. We are set for a docket call today. Mr. Hawkins has already informed the court that you're undergoing some medical treatments today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And he's also indicated that you have 2 additional treatments scheduled. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'm on number 24 today of 25. Tomorrow will be the last one of these radiation treatments.
And Mr. Godwin, do you have surgery scheduled?
It's going to be somewhere around 5 weeks after I finish this radiation.
5 weeks after?
Yes, sir. They said there's like a 3-week period there that the tumor is still be radiating or whatever. I guess it does its thing and it's still shrinking the tumor down at that point, and then they want to go in there and remove the tumor once it's as small as it can get, or as small as they can get it, and then remove the section of affected bone and replace it with some cadaver bone.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's see if we can't get you in court and just at least get you scheduled for something in between your treatments and that surgery. So
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Hawkins, are you available on either Tuesday, July 2nd or Tuesday, July 9th?
I could, I'll be here, July 9th, we can do that, July 2nd, I'm check the way they're out of town, but July 9th, I'm scheduled to be here for a legal morning, so we can do, I think that'd be great.
All right, and if Mr. Godwin's correct and it's 5 weeks after, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be the next week after that hearing that he should be scheduled for surgery. So let's get you in, Mr. Godwin, so we can make some kind of final announcement on your criminal cases on
Yes, sir.
Tuesday, July 9th at 9 a.m. Tuesday, July 9th at 9 a.m. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and make sure that you still check in and report to your pretrial supervision officer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck with your treatments, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Mr. Schmidt, are you ready? And you don't have to do anything, Mr. Godwin. I'll get you out of there, okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for making it happen. Who are you ready on first, Mr. Schmidt? Crystal Pitts. Crystal Irene Pitts, CR 18495. I believe Ms. Pitts is scheduled for a hearing on her motion to adjudicate today. All right, do you want to come back on July 2nd or July 9th? July 9th. Or we could set it on the contested docket on the 30th if you need more time.
Let's do
30th. All right, court sets Ms. Pitts for the contested docket July 30th at 9 a.m.
And Your Honor, just for purposes of making sure that I have witnesses when I need them, would we be going forward on contesting it front end?
Yes, yeah, we'll plan for the contested hearing on that day.
That's the record where we like to Mr. Smith shook his head in the negative, Your Honor.
That is there is a presumption in the court's understanding of Mr. Schmidt's intention on those contested dockets to always be, it's presumed always that we will not be going forward with a contested hearing.
Good to know, thank you.
Mr. Nations? Cause number CR 17-494, State versus Dustin Blake Nations. I believe that Mr. Nations requested court-appointed counsel. The court has reviewed his information, finds him to be indigent. Court has appointed Honorable Richard Schmidt to represent Mr. Nations. Today is the first setting with Mr. Schmidt being appointed. Court's going to reset. You ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
I checked with the clerk, his balance is $20. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Withdraw and terminate.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, feel approach with that. All right, court. Finding that the state has tendered its motion to withdraw and adjudicate. Court hereby grants that. And Mr. Hartwell, you're requesting that the community supervision be terminated. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to circle that here on your motion. All right, the court hereby grants the state's motion to withdraw and terminate. All right, Mr. Nations, if you want to stick around, you can get a copy of this and then you're free to go. Yes, please. All right, this is cause numbers CR 24, 14, 15, and 16. State of Texas versus, is it Vantes? Vantes Jamar Cooley. Mr. Cooley, if you'll raise your right hand, sir, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, sir. You can lower your hand. Your name is Vantes Jamar Cooley, is that correct? And Mr. Cooley, are you a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English? Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental condition? In this case, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Nolan White. Are you pleased with Mr. White and the work he's done for you? You feel like you've had enough time to discuss your case with him, that you've had all of your legal questions answered? Is there anything about your plea agreement today that you've read over and signed that you do not understand? Mr. White, do you believe Mr. Cooley to be competent?
Yes, sir, I would. That's all person with that case.
And do you believe that after you explaining to him his rights, that he's entering into this agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, before I pronounce what the or announce what the plea agreement is, I see on the face of the judgment that there's no designated classification level of this felony offense, possession of controlled substance, penalty group 2 greater than 400 grams. What is the range of punishment for this offense?
Your Honor, it's said.
A second degree felony. Is there any hybrid approach to this, or is it just a straight second? State. It's got an asterisk felony, so I didn't know if this was like one of those minimum 5, maximum 20 type offenses, or
Your Honor, I believe the way the press was, it did have a higher punishment, but the way it was indicted, it was indicted, the language of the indictment, I believe, is 3 seconds.
so I think we should change that to then just say second degree felony. The judgment. All right, Mr. Cooley, I see that you are charged by indictment with a second degree. Did you say second degree or third degree, Mr.? Why did you say second degree? A second degree felony offense of possession of controlled substance of penalty group 2 greater than 400 grams. A second degree felony carries a range of punishment of not less than 2 years or more than 20 years confinement in prison if you were to be convicted and sentenced, and an optional fine not to exceed $10,000 if imposed. I see the plea agreement in your case is that upon your plea of guilty to this offense, the state's recommending to the court that the court consider the evidence, convict you of the offense, assess your punishment at 8 years confinement in prison, but with the court to suspend that sentence and place you on community supervision or probation for a period of 5 years with a $2,000 fine, $180 in restitution, $290 in court cost, and $35 in reimbursement fees. In addition, the state is agreeing to ask the court to dismiss your other 2 indicted causes, CR 2414, which is an unlawful carrying of a weapon, and also CR 2415, which is a possession of marijuana greater than 4 ounces, less than 5 pounds. In addition, there's an agreement that you would forfeit the weapon that was seized during this arrest, which is a Taurus 9mm. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement, Mr. Cooley? Oh, did I omit that? All right, so $2,000 fine, $180 court cost, $290. I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. $2,000 fine, $180 restitution, $290 in court costs, and $35 in reimbursement fees. Okay. All right, Mr. Cooley, then understanding the plea agreement, understanding the range of punishment for this offense. This time I would ask you, how do you plead to possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 2 greater than 400 grams? Are you pleading guilty to this crime because you are in fact guilty of committing this crime? And has anybody threatened, forced, or pressured you to plead guilty? All right, the court accepts the defendant's plea of guilt at this time. Mr. White, any objection to the evidence in the stipulation?
No.
Stipulation of evidence is admitted and the court takes judicial notice of Mr. Cooley's judicial confession. Anything further from the state? Anything further from the defense?
No.
All right, court will review the evidence. In the stipulation, there's a reference to 27.72 grams of a substance. Is that I'm looking for the weight of the amount that's over 400 grams.
It was 400. That's what they did say.
It was 4 to 400?
Yes.
All right, so the judgment just says greater than or equal to 400. So we'll need to get that changed. So it's 4 to 400?
I'm all right. Correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. White. Thank you, Mr. Hartwell. All right, then, based on the evidence as reviewed by the court finds that there is sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Cooley of this offense. Court hereby follows the plea agreement and recommendation of the state. Court hereby convicts Vantez Jamar Cooley of possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 2 greater than or equal to 4 grams less than 400 grams, a second-degree felony. The court assesses his punishment today at 8 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. The court suspends that sentence and places Mr. Cooley on 5 years community supervision, ordering him to pay also a $2,000 fine, $180 in restitution, $290 court costs, and $35 in reimbursement fees. In addition, the court does dismiss under section 1245 unlawful carrying of a weapon, CR 24-14, and possession of marijuana 4 ounces to 5 pounds, CR 24-15, and possession of controlled substance penalty group 2 4 grams to 400 grams, DA 2023-324. Court also orders that the weapon seized in this arrest be forfeited to the state of Texas as outlined in the judgment. All right, Mr. Cooley, you're hereby remanded to the custody of the probation department so they can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. I'm gonna have you come forward to be fingerprinted by Officer Bandit here, and then the probation officers will give you more information. Is that all you have, Mr. White? Thanks, sir. Mr. Cheatham. This is sanctions court hearing, cause number CR 22-205, State versus Caitlin Cheatham. Mr. Cheatham, you were late. What was the issue with that? Well, I can appreciate the working late. I can appreciate the sleeping late. But what I can't appreciate is why you just don't pick up the phone and tell me, hey, I'm running late, but I'm on my way, Judge. That's what I expect you to do. That's what your employer would expect you to do, right? So that's, I want you to give me the same respect that you would give anyone else that you think wants to know where you're at, and it's important. Understand? All right, let's see. You paid your $120 to the probation. You paid $100 to your court collections. It says that you came up short on your community service. Was that because you started your new job or what? Are you going to be able to get caught up on your community supervision? Because I still show that you haven't worked any community service. It's showing 0 hours. What was that? What was that place called? Love and Grace. Where was that at? Here in Canton? Concurrent? When did you, about when, doesn't have to be exactly about when did you do your community service? You said that was last week, and you said you went there twice? Do you know what days? Yeah, yes, sir, go ahead.
Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday and Friday. And how many hours do you think you worked? So 5 hours? What about on Thursday? Who's your probation officer? Do you report in Dallas? Okay. All right, so this is what I want you to do, Mr. Cheatham. I'm gonna bring you back on August 1st, okay? And I need you to pay 120 to your probation, $100 to your court collections, just like you did. And you need to do 15 hours community service, minimum 15. All right. So today's June 18th. You're not coming back till August 1st. So if I were you, I would try to get 20 hours, 30 hours, so that you start getting caught up. And that way you don't have any delinquencies. All right. We're trying to get you done so that you can expire on time in April of 26. That sounds like a long time, but it's really not. It's really not, you know. So I'm not going to put any jail time on that yet. All right. I want you to do what I ask you to do without me having to use jail time. Okay. And when you get through it, when you sign our reset today and you leave, I want you to go over to the probation department and I want you to confirm with Miss Griffith that she's got your hours from that love and grace. I want you to make sure that you're on the sign-in sheet and get all that cleared up so that the next time you come in here, I can have some accurate records about how many hours you worked. All right. Yeah. What I would do, just me, if whenever you sign and do your community service, I would take a picture of it. Okay. And I would report that to my probation officer, as well as asking them to report it, because they're the ones having to report it, but I would always get proof of that. So I'd always have it with me. All right. So go over there and find out what she has, what she needs, what she wants you to do, and then just get that done. All right. We'll see you back. We'll see you back on August 1st. And so let me ask you a question though. You said that the last time we were here, you said that you had to leave your old job to go back to the airport, and you're back at the airport now. And so what are your hours like there?
It's pleasantly to take off. So like they came in, but so it gets heavy. So like this week I probably have 2 days. Like today, and we're free to. I go in and I take a lunch. You have like 3 flights on the hour. I leave at 6:45. So it's like a place 45 or 3. If they need you, it's not people don't take this. So it's like their job is to say if I'm leaving. So I say the best speech sometimes. If I work a night shift, when well paid. And sometimes it's the delay or like
Are you in the luggage department or what?
anything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I was just curious. So you think you're going to stick with that job for a while?
This is the, so I know, as far as so I just like, great. That's, so they were nice, right, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I'm trying to see how I'm try to do a little, but I understand that this get up to 5 people in the church, if they have work, and that's what I think.
I got you. Okay. Just make sure it seems like you're running kind of burning the candle at both ends on your jobs. Just make sure that you're scheduling time away to get your community service done. I mean, that's only 2 days, 2 days a month. So on that day off, I know it's going to be hard to want to get up and go do community service, but just know that if you want to keep on going to work and keep that job and the investment you made in the CDL, got to get that community service done. All right. All right. We'll see you back on August 1st. You too. Go see Miss Griffin. Mr. Schmidt, are you ready on anyone? Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't holding you up. Mr. Mason, come on up. All right, this is a sanctions court hearing, cause number CR 19-147, Dylan Ray Meza. All right, Mr. Meza, the probation department is requesting to amend your community supervision conditions to get you evaluated for substance abuse. They've reported to me that you've tested positive for alcohol and THC at the end of last month. Yeah, and that's true. Looks like you're current on your balance. You're current on your balances for your money. So it looks like you're doing that. Looks like you're also delinquent on your community service, that you're not really getting your community service done consistently every month. You've done some. I think you've done about 82 hours out of 500. I know 500 seems like a lot, but you have a 10-year probationary period. So you should be almost done with that. What? Tell me, we're going to talk about the alcohol and the THC in just in a minute. I don't want to diminish the importance of that, but tell me why the community service, what is preventing you from working a minimum of 10 hours a month?
I work almost every single day, or I work the last Saturdays, that on Sundays, I also do work Sundays, I'm on call. I'm a maintenance mechanic, so afterwards, so if I have a break, everything that breaks down or whatnot, if they're 24-hour operations. And so I'm on call whenever something happens, I have to go and fix it. And the day, that I do get out, it's not often that all, I do need to get service. I work a lot of hours, I pay a lot of things in general, like a home, pay here, our insurance, our payments. Yeah, this isn't the truth.
Okay, so while we're talking about truth, go ahead and tell me the truth on the alcohol and the THC.
My lady, my son's mother, she had just got a promotion and she didn't drink wine last night. Checking the share about the wine with her. I did just that one class with her. I honestly didn't even think it was your one girl. Just one glass. I understand she did not have her kid. I didn't. And the THC, Your Honor, I used to smoke weed. I don't know more. These are actually some of the gummies I bought from the gas station. Not know THC gummies. They were actually CBD gummies, Your Honor. And I would take them every single night before I go to bed. Because I don't sleep off. I do sleep. And I guess so many of them opt up for THC. I know that, there's, some things can contain some small percentage of THC, not even say it on the bottle. And that's what my probation officer, was also telling me that. And one minute, she told me I felt for THC, and I just threw that away, and I'm just nothing, Your Honor.
You've been on probation for 4 years now. It's a long time. And you've done pretty well. But this is a move in the wrong direction. You understand that?
I've been beating myself up, Your Honor, because I grew up with no mother and father. I grew up in and out of foster care since I was a little boy. You know, I was cricket. And, he hurt my boy out there, don't fit. And yeah, I messed up, Your Honor, with the alcohol and the THC. You know, that will happen again. I don't want to go away from my son, and risking growing up the wrong way, Your Honor. Nowadays, with my generation, it's pretty bad. Pretty damn bad. Sorry. It's pretty bad, Your Honor. And, if I have to leave him, to do time, Your Honor, and, that hurt me more than it hurt him, and he wouldn't even realize it hurt so bad, Your Honor, because I'm like giving him a lot I ain't never had, Your Honor, and I understand, I slipped up, alcohol and JC, and, falling behind my hours and whatnot, but I try and make my payments. I work a lot to keep up with God. We don't have much, and, I apologize, to the board, but I understand I'm falling behind 4 feet as well. This is all the truth, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Mays, I can appreciate it, and you're saying a lot of the right things, but words are just words, right? Actions speak louder than words. You've heard that, you know that, right? And I'm glad that you brought up your son, because I could tell by the way you reacted when your little boy started crying out there. I knew it was yours. I knew he was yours by the way you reacted. I was going to ask you about that. So how old is he?
He just turned 2 years old.
Just turned 2. What's his name?
And the full name is Prince Noah. We got my foster dad's last name.
Okay. And so he's important to you.
Yeah.
Is he your only child? And so before you make a decision, do you think about him?
Yes, sir, I do, but I was not thinking about it when I lived here, took the gummies, guy. That was, the gummies, just personal, help me sleep. I sleep maybe 5 hours, without it. I just don't sleep much, I don't know why. And I was just celebrating my wife with my lady, she be wife with a new promotion every job, so she opened up a cheap bottle of wine, and I shared that one glass with her. That's the truth, one glass.
I'm going to take you at your word for that, but when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, if you're really worried about your son and your fiance or girlfriend, whatever she is, then everything you decide that you're going to do that day has got to be based on what's in their best interest. And if you think it's in their best interest for you to be there and be working, being a father figure, someone that maybe you didn't have until later in life, based on what you've said, then you've got to know how to make an adult decision. And that adult decision shouldn't be, I don't think it's going to show up on a drug test. It's got to be, I'm not even going to get close to having that judge down in Canton get mad at me or lock me up, put me in jail, make me lose my job, make me a convicted felon, put me in prison. You ought to remove that. You ought to control your life. Don't let anyone else control your life. You control it. But every time that you decide you're going to drink or gummies or smoke weed or whatever, then you're releasing that authority over your life to someone else. And that someone else may be me, maybe your probation officer, maybe police officers, maybe defense attorneys.
I was scared that everybody did. I was so scared whenever my probation officer said that I was standing in front of you. Man, I was scared because we met years ago. Whenever when I first got this offense, the first degree felony. Man, I was scared. I still am. You can't tell. I know exactly what you're saying, mess up with somebody else that control my life. It could be you, Your Honor, and when my probation officer said that was gonna be you, I thought it was over, so I spent every single day, like it was gonna be the last day, with my son, every single day we've been going to the park. Yesterday we went to the park. After I got off work, I didn't even change clothes, change and that, nothing. I still got oil underneath my fingernails. And
So where do we go from here?
I ain't touching nothing. If you give me another chance, Your Honor, I do right.
Dylan, the reason we have you in sanctions court is because we're trying to prevent you from going to prison, despite your own actions.
I thought this was it.
No, this is an intervention program. We're trying to intervene in your life and keep you from sinking yourself. Today's not about whether I convict you as a felon and lock you up and put you in prison somewhere between 5 to 99 years of life. Today's not that day. Today is the day that we talk about getting your life back on track, getting your probation back on track, and making sure that you understand what's coming down the road for you if you don't. All right. So the probation office is saying that they want you to get evaluated to make sure that you don't have a problem with drugs and alcohol. They want an evaluation. So it means I'm gonna order you to do that, and you're gonna have to find the time. You're gonna get with your probation officer, and they're gonna tell you when and where to go, and you're gonna schedule it, and you're gonna go do it, and then you're gonna answer the questions, and they're gonna do an assessment. They're gonna report that to the probation department and to this court. The probation officer is not recommending jail time for you right now. That may change in the future, but right now they're not recommending it. And so your community service, I understand you're working a lot. You're going to have to figure that out. You're going to have to figure out when to get that done and how to get that done. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring you back on August 1st. And then these are things that I need to have done. Okay. I need you to have your substance abuse evaluation completed. Okay. August 1st sounds like a long time from now, but it's not. So you need to make sure you get it scheduled to get on that. Get your substance abuse evaluation completed. Pay your $60 to your probation. And then I need you to do 10 hours of community service. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to get you started on that. Okay. Did you graduate high school? Did you do any college or trade school or tech school or anything? You sound like you're pretty well educated.
Me, I just know, I didn't play kid. I grew up like in the where I grew up in the farm.
Can you read and write okay?
Sure.
This is what I'm gonna do. Out of those 10 hours of community service, I'm gonna give you credit for 5 hours for doing this. Then I want you to write me a 5-page paper on the importance of your daily decisions over your life. Does that make sense? A 5-page paper. So every page is an hour.
Want to do that?
No, just front. Okay. Don't do any of those tricks like double spacing,
No.
big margins like we all did when we were in high school and college. These attorneys are laughing because they've written a lot of papers in their life, and we've all made size 13 font and made our margins 1.25 inches. And we got like 20 pages. It was probably only about 12. So I just want true, sincere, your daily decisions and how they impact your life. Tell me about that. Your family life, your work life, spiritual life, all those things. Write me 5 pages on that. I'll give you 5 hours. Okay. And so that'll help you in that you're working all the time. That's something you can, your kid's at the park and you're playing, you can stop and ride, or when you get home or whatever, kid goes to bed, right? I'll give you 5 hours for that. And then but you got to work 5 and you got to work 5 somewhere. Got it? All right, Ms. Taberham is going to bring you a form, sign that. We'll see you back on August 1st. You need, Mr. Mesa? Come over here and meet with him for you. Thank you. Are you ready with, is this Mr. Holmes?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Holmes. Cause number is CR 2455, CR 2456, and CR 2457. We're set for pretrial today. Mr. Holmes, you were late. Mr. Schmidt's been here since 9 o'clock. I've been here since 9 o'clock, and we've been waiting on you. Where have you been? What kind of truck issues? Next time something like that happens, I want you to call the court and let us know that you got truck issues, and we'll wait for you. As long as we know you're coming, we can be understandable. When we don't know where you're at, we assume the worst. I assume the worst. Your attorney might not assume the worst. I assume the worst. That you just don't care and you're not coming, or you're drinking or doing drugs or doing something you're not supposed to be doing. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. Pick up the phone, call the court, and we'll give you grace on that. All right. Mr. Schmidt, go ahead. All right, court finds there's no contested pretrial motions at this time. Court sets Mr. Holmes for docket call. Mr. Schmidt, do you want to do July 9th? Are you available that week? August 13th. I don't have any notes on it. So. Thir- 13th. Free to go, August 13th. So Miss Joyner and Mr. Klassen, they're the only ones that didn't appear. What did I set Mr. Nations for? Dustin Nations. What date did I set? Oh yeah, that was the one that they paid their $20 off. We just paid it all but $20. That's All right, Deputy Banda, will you go call the name Alicia Joyner and Ryan Klassen?
Sir.
Thanks, sir. All right, the names Alicia Renee Joyner, Ryan Matthew Klassen have been called loudly distinctly 3 times in the courthouse with no response. Court had ordered them to be present in the court at 9 a.m. It's approximately 10:33 a.m. They're not present. Court hereby issues a judgment nisi and alias capias. In each case, court finds that Ryan Matthew Klassen's on pretrial intervention, unsuccessful discharge. So courts request an alias capias and a judgment nisi in each. All right, State, are you aware of anyone on the docket we've not attended to today? All right, that's going to conclude this morning's criminal docket. And the court will not have an afternoon session in that the county is closed today for observance of Commissioner Virgil Melton's memorial and funeral today. So we will adjourn and we will resume criminal docket on Thursday morning.